Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, to get started, can I get your name?
Danielle.
Danielle, Anthony. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And Kylo.
And Kylo is a pleasure. Oh. Danielle, do you mind spelling your name for me?
Danielle.
Perfect. And so I don't know if you overheard a little bit of the conversation we were having earlier, but Reed and myself, we like to hang out here on the weekends. It's a hobby of ours to have short 5-minute interviews with people, talking about just stuff that they believe in and kind of getting a better understanding of why. We understand that there are a whole bunch of beliefs that people have about a whole bunch of different things, and they've all come to their beliefs in different ways. So for us, I consider myself a perspective gatherer. I'm interested in seeing how people have come to their particular beliefs. And it seems to be the conversations seem to be most interesting when we discuss a closely held belief, a belief that someone is really confident is true, or a belief that has some type of influence or significant impact on their life. Is there anything like that you have a belief in?
Probably God stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by God stuff?
I believe in God, like, with everything.
Okay.
My whole life. Never deny it.
And so, just to put it on a scale, if we were to use 0 to 100, where 0 is no confidence that a God exists, 100 is you're 100%.
I'm 100%.
100% confidence.
100%.
And what gives you the such confidence, this 100% confidence?
Well, my mom, she tried to, like, raise me as a Christian, but
Okay.
church is too boring, so I didn't like it. And my dad didn't believe in God at all.
Okay.
So I was exposed to it, but I wasn't forced to have that be, like, my lifestyle. Like, my sister is less involved, I think.
Okay.
But I believe that, like, God finds people in their journeys.
Okay.
And he has, like, pathways for people to kind of explore, and they have that free will, they have that choice, but he inserts himself in their life, and some people are more aware of it, whereas other people are oblivious.
Okay.
And I think that I was super blessed to like not really pay attention to him very much. I still had faith in him, but I didn't have him as my focus.
Okay.
And I think he totally, like, changed my life to remind me specifically. He spoke to me specifically.
Okay.
When I was 17, I was, like, sick all the time, and I had flu-like symptoms, and the only thing that was wonky was I had really dark urine. Too much information.
No, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but it was, like, really dark, and I didn't understand why, and I went to the doctor for 1.5 years, and they're like, oh, you have a kidney infection. Oh, you have a UTI. Oh, you have so many stupid things that weren't real.
They just had
like
no
bladder
idea.
infection. Yeah, whatever. And then finally, when I was 17, I was a junior in high school, and I was like, well, can you actually check me? Like, can you look at stuff or something? And they did, and they found that I had a tumor, a 6-centimeter tumor inside my kidney, like this. And they didn't know if it was benign or if it was malignant or whatever it was, but they did diagnose me, like, with cancer type of deal. Mm-hmm. And they had to go get my kidney out. And so it was so bizarre, because when I first heard about this, I didn't hear a thing. Like, my mom was with me, she was really supportive, and she was great. And everything was crazy. And then all of a sudden, I felt something surround me, and I swear that was the presence of God. And he spoke to me, he said, you're gonna be okay. Whatever comes of this is going to be amazing. Walk with me, trust me, do it. And from that point forward, I was no longer afraid in any way at all. Okay. And so they took my kidney out. I'm 100% now. I've got some crazy belly scars, and that's it.
That's
totally
great to
cool.
hear.
Yeah. And I feel like whenever I start to kind of fall away from God, he reminds me. Like, I've literally screamed, like, God, what is going on? Like, what do you want me to do, with that ugly cry because I had a breakup or something, and I want to be a
mascara
huge drama
running
queen.
and everything.
Disgusting, yeah. And I got a flat tire that second. And I was like, what the hell? Dude, bro, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm listening. I'll pay attention.
Okay. So if you don't mind me just exploring a little bit more in that kind of initial feeling that you had, where you said you felt something surround you.
Yeah.
And you attributed that feeling to God.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel I've never, like, felt the Holy Spirit before.
Okay.
But there's no outside source that could protect me the way that he did. He's so powerful, and he is so loving, and he really, really cares. And he put me in a situation that was crazy. There's nothing else that it could be. Like, I felt physically a bubble surrounding me. I felt support, and it took the fear away. And I don't think that there's any human condition that would be like the symptom. You know what I mean? Like, that's inexplicable. there's miracles that happen that you can't describe through science or through, I mean, you can to a sense, but not really.
Well, and I totally understand that. What I'm thinking of is someone that has a similar feeling that you have. They feel that like warm, enclosed bubble, but they say they have this feeling, but they don't say it was God. They just say, I had a tumor, I was feeling super down and everything, and I had this warm feeling, and this gave me enough energy to move on, and I don't think it was God. I think it was just my body and my mind helping me move forward in life and continuing on. So I think there are some people that kind of think like that.
Totally.
That when they have that feeling, they don't automatically say this feeling was God. So what I'm trying to understand is why, when you had that feeling, you said it was God and not just your mind and your body doing stuff that you didn't understand.
I think those people are wrong. I think that they are just not sensitive to it, and I think that they're constantly denying, or they're trying to replace faith or whatever the strength is that we can't describe with just coincidence.
Okay.
And I don't think there's a such thing as coincidence. I think that God doesn't get everybody's attention necessarily, and a lot of people don't believe in him, and I don't know what happens to those people afterwards. I don't necessarily think they burn in hell. I'm not sure what happens. That's their relationship.
Okay.
But I think God is constantly trying to reach out to somebody and have a relationship with them, and like this bug here. That's God. No, I'm just kidding. I don't believe that.
So if you have someone on that path that has this feeling, but they don't say it's God, maybe they don't even believe in God, and they're living their life, and God is helping them and intervening in all of these different ways, yet they're not giving him any credit for it, and they're saying, oh no, it's not God, God doesn't exist. How would that person be able to kind of find out that, well, no, it isn't just happening, it is God? How would they find out that they were mistaken and that it actually is a God, and this bubble is this feeling is attributed to a God?
I mean, they'd have to have that experience, that epiphany. They could go to church. I mean, if they went to church, people would reach out to them, and then they could maybe get some explanations for things, and they would be rejuvenated, and their whole lives would change, I believe.
So there would be a way for them to discover that they were mistaken and avoid living their entire life believing something that they think is true when in actuality it's not.
Totally.
Now, is there a similar equivalent? Let's say that they're right, and let's say I'm not saying that this is the case, please don't, but let's say they're right, and let's say there isn't a God, and let's say that someone like yourself had this personal experience and they claim it's God, but there's no God that exists. How would that person find out that they were mistaken and it wasn't a God, it was just these natural stuff that happened? Or
it might be impossible.
By it being impossible, would it be the case then that it could be possible for someone to live their entire life believing something to be true when in actuality it's not true?
Absolutely. Like, I could be believing this, and then I could die and just become dirt or whatever. Or I could become a tree or something really bizarre that I'm completely unaware of. But my whole life, I don't think I could all of a sudden be like, oh my God, God's not real. Like, whatever bad things happen in the world or to people or the disgusting stuff I see, I don't think that I'll ever have that experience of like, nope, not real. Like, I could die and be wrong, but I'll never have the opposite experience.
So if you could die and be wrong, how are you 100% confident that you're right if it's possible that you could be mistaken?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I just know. I don't know. I just know. I can't deny it. Like, I've made a promise.
I don't know is a good answer.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
Worry.
Yeah,
That's
I feel like I've just made a promise, and I believe in the promise, and I just have to have faith. I think that's what faith is just being blind, could be wrong, not really substantial stuff you can hold on to that is proof, but it's faith.
Okay.
And you have it or you don't, I guess.
I think that'd be a great spot to end it.
Okay, cool.
Thank you so much, Danielle.
Nice.
It was a pleasure. I really appreciate it. Yeah, nice
really
meeting you too. I had a great conversation.
Cool. Me too.
Yeah. Any other thoughts about the interview or conversation or anything like that? Any feedback? What did you think about it?
I think I got butt sweat on your chair.
Don't worry.
No, I think it's great. I really want to know what you guys think. Like, that's the thing that's bothering me.
Oh, no worries. Well, I don't want to speak for both of us, but for myself, I particularly have a lot of beliefs. For me, I have different levels of confidence in certain beliefs, and for me, my confidence is based on both my own personal experience and evidence corroborated by other people. So there, I believe in the world, I believe that we're having a conversation here, but when it comes to things about like a God, I haven't had a personal experience like that, so I don't have that level of confidence that you do in believing that something like that is true. Even for me, if I were to have a similar type of experience, it would be difficult for me to, like I said, attribute it specifically to a God rather than seek out maybe some other type of explanation for it and kind of see like what else could it have been? Like if I'm having this feeling, even if I'm having this feeling, it wouldn't necessarily increase my confidence in this particular God at all. It would have to be something much less independent of myself and much more verifiable to everyone of all walks of life from different cultures and backgrounds and upbringings and everything. A little bit about me, I was born and raised in a non-religious household, so I never even got like an understanding or an idea of God until I was like in middle school. And so for me, I was a super late bloomer, and when I started getting into religion, I started with Egyptian religion and then Greek religion, and then started getting into the Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and Hinduism. And so and a lot of my friends, I had a friend that was a Hindu friend, I had Christian friends, I had a Jewish friend, and they all, at about middle school, came to their own religions in very unique ways and would talk about it as have this belief and they know it's true, and they talked about the personality of their God, and then have a conversation with another friend who read a different book and had been a different talk with his parents and had all these other beliefs that he was super confident in. So for me, it's been just an ongoing process of navigating all of those different claims to kind of see where the truth is, essentially.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Are you like so that's what you're trying to do, is what you're trying to achieve, you're trying to figure out.
It's super selfish on my end. I am more for me, I want to, my goal is to try to believe as many true things as possible and not believe as many false things as I can. And so I want to go out and I want to see, okay, well, what do people believe that's true? And if they've come to it in a reliable way, I want to see how they've come to it and possibly rearrange my thinking and reflect and
so you're super open to change.
I'm crazy open, yeah.
Crazy stuff. Cool.
So,
what about you? Are you kind of in the same boat? Is that what you guys
Yeah,
each other?
if I were on the scale from like 0 to 100, I'd be around 1 to 2%, but I am completely open to whatever is true.
You're 1 to 2%.
Confident that a God exists.
Oh, that's low.
But I'm open to a God existing. I currently have no reliable way of coming to know.
Yeah. So are you guys making something, or is this just for yourselves?
It's a hobby.
How
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. We're a bunch of philosophy nerds, I guess, and we chit-chat and have conversations, and it gets to a point where we're like, we can't just constrain these conversations to just us, so we like to kind of go out and learn about other people and kind of get them thinking about these same types of stuff that we think about. And
we're also trying to promote this non-confrontational, friendly way of having deeply held conversations with people.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's a big one. So many people we see talk past each other and they end up arguing and debating, and it turns into this crazy confrontation. We want to be able to discuss really closely held beliefs with people without that confrontation, without that antagonism. And it seems to be going pretty well. So
yeah, it's
I like
awesome.
it.
Just getting people thinking in general, especially in stupid LA.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody thinks about this stuff. And if they do, you're right, it is challenging. Or it's like, nope, not possible. Oh, nope, not going to happen. And that sucks.
Yeah.
God, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's cool to challenge somebody like, you could be wrong, now what?
Yeah, and I'm not trying to like judge people or specifically say they're wrong. I just like to kind of bounce those ideas around and get them to think a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It's nice meeting you guys.
Thank you so much.
What was your name?
Reed.
Reed. Danielle. Nice to meet you. You guys have a great day.
You too. Enjoy.
Yes, again, anytime.
Yeah, of course.
I'll keep it recording for a second if you any other feedback.
I think my one note was like, clarify whatever she's saying, make sure that she hears
Good. Okay.
back.
I don't think I said that too much.
I think you did it really well. I think, you got her too. And I don't know that point. It's really good.
Yeah. I like those. I like those points.
So good. It's, with people who are 100,
It is a bit more. It is a bit more tricky. But I got that other dude to go down to 90.
Yeah, that's great.
But with her, instead of going down, she left it with an I don't know, and I'll take that
It's good enough.
just the same. Yeah. So, because now she's gonna think, she's gonna be like, wait a second, how can I be 100% confident in something yet admit that I could be wrong?
Exactly.
That's gonna go. Yeah. Hopefully that's a thought that carries with her a little bit. I love it, man.
Yeah. It's so fun.
I will stop it again.
Sure.